Yo, what up YouTube? 502 King Power here, coming to y'all with another video. So in this video, man, I want to make it as short as possible, but I do want to share some scripture. Hopefully this is words of encouragement for someone who feels like they don't have enough where they are at this present time in life. For someone who feels like they need more than what they have to get where they're trying to go in life. And this is going to come from the book of Matthew, chapter 25. I'm going to start at verse number 14 and go to verse 28. And the section that this is in is the parable of the talents. So if you're not familiar, this is Jesus speaking, and he's speaking in parables at this point. Starting at verse 14. Again, it will be like a man going on a journey, who called his servants and entrusted his property to them. To one he gave 5 talents of money, and to another 2 talents, and to another 1 talent, each according to his ability. Then he went on his journey. The man who had received the 5 talents went at once and put his money to work and gained 5 more. So also the one with 2 talents gained 2 more. But the man who had received 1 talent went off, dug a hole in the ground, and hid his master's money. After a long time, the master of those servants returned and settled accounts with them. The man who had received the 5 talents brought the other 5. Master, he said, you entrusted me with 5 talents. See, I have gained 5 more. His master replied, well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful with a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. Come and share your master's happiness. The man with the 2 talents also came. Master, he said, you entrusted me with 2 talents. See, I have gained 2 more. His master replied, well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful with a few things. I will put you in charge of many things. Come and share your master's happiness. Then the man who had received the 1 talent came. Master, he said, I knew that you are a hard man, harvesting where you have not sown, and gathering where you have not scattered seed. So I was afraid and went out and hid your talent in the ground. See, here is what belongs to you. His master replied, you wicked, lazy servant. So you knew that I harvest where I have not sown, and gather where I have not scattered seed. Well, then you should have put my money on deposit in the banks, so that when I returned, I would have received it back with interest. Take the talent from him and give it to the one who has 10 talents. For everyone who has will be given more, and he will have an abundance. Whoever does not have, even what he has will be taken from him. And throw that worthless servant outside into the darkness, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Okay, and I thank y'all for staying with me on that, and hopefully you caught some of those gems inside of this. So number one, one thing that I want to speak on inside of that section right there is at the beginning of the parable, the master gives to his servants according to his ability. God gives according to your ability, so he's never going to give you more than what you're ready for. So if you are someone who's shown that you cannot be faithful over the few things that God has given you in life, he will not entrust you to have more things. He will not bless you with more things. He will not move you to a level that you are not ready for. So until you can manage your stress, until you can manage your finances, until you can manage your emotions, until you can manage your relationships in life, God will not move you forward into anything greater. You have to be able to deal with the level where you are at. God will not move you up into a level that you are not ready for so you can be crushed. He wants you to succeed. He wants you to thrive. He knows what's in your heart. Besides God giving to your ability, the next point that I want to touch on is do not hide your talent. Now, talents, they're talking about money in the Bible. I also think that it's more so of a metaphor as well. Do not hide your talent that God gives you. If you hide your talent that God gives you, you can never grow. You can never multiply. What are you going to gain by hiding the talent that God's given you? Absolutely nothing. And you're doing a disservice to yourself, the people around you, and to your God by not doing anything with the things that God has given you. I just want to wrap this up by saying, if you're not keeping good inventory over your life right now, over You know, the things that you have, even if it's a few things, do not think that you are going to move on to that next level. Do not think that God's going to pull you into something greater and better. Do not get low and complain about why you are not moving forward when you are not changing who you are as a person, when you are not building yourself up as a person, making yourself a stronger person, making yourself a person who can actually take the things that you are wanting, who can actually take on. A lot of people say, I want to be rich, I want to be a millionaire, I want to be this, I want to be that. But if you can't handle these low haters at where you're at right now, then how can you handle the haters when you get up on big platforms, when you have all this money, when you are the breadwinner in your family, when you have the resources that people are seeking, and you have a lot of things that people are envious of? How can you move on into this next realm, move on to this next level, if you are not going to be able to handle the things where you are right now? Hopefully I said something that stuck with you. Again, the scripture that I pulled this from is Matthew 25:14 through 28. If y'all want to read that on your own, do not take my word for anything. I'm just a man. Read that Bible. Check me on everything that I'm saying and hold me accountable for what I'm saying. If I made a mistake, I want y'all to put down below I made a mistake. If you have any thoughts on this, if you have any different interpretations of the reading after you do the reading, please let me know. Shoot a comment down below. I'm gonna start putting my email inside of the description box as well. So if anybody wants to reach out, you know, if it's anything personal that you really don't want to put down there in the comments, although I wish that you would open up and share, so that way other people can see as well. You know, I will respect your privacy. And I do the best that I can when people do reach out. I have had several people reach out, and I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much, man. I love y'all. I'm going over on my videos again. I try to keep it as short as possible, but hey, y'all have a blessed evening. Getting short on sunlight here, man. I just want to get out a video and something that was on my mind that I feel like can help someone, help strengthen someone, help encourage someone. Make sure that you do the most with where you are right now. And as long as you do that, you will continue to move forward. You will continue to be successful. And a little progress is better than no progress, man. Don't be too hard on yourself. God's not that hard on you. Remember that. 502 King Paul, I'm out of here.